Greetings to our SPN viewers. I'm Ayanda Vezi. We are back again. Desh, it's been like a while since we stand here and talk about football. I'm sure our fans and our followers are missing us to give them our analysis. DStv Premiership is back. 3 games have been played so far. I'm counting Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. Other teams will be playing this weekend. Your take on the games that have been played so far?
Ayanda, ISPN viewers here, man, what a PSL season we have on our hands. You've seen Mamelodi Sundowns fire out the blocks, Pirates with that statement victory against Royal AM, and then drawing against Chippa. There's, I think, Amazulu, one of our local clubs, back-to-back goalless draws for them. So you wonder, is that a positive result, a negative result? Defenses do in titles, but I think with them it's a bit too far-fetched. I like what I've seen so far. Chippa being one of the standout performers for me this season. Not looking anything but a relegation-threatened club. Obviously, they finished, I believe, it was 14th last season. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Talking about Chippa United, their coach, he said before they played their opening game, he told his players that they are at the same level as Kaizer Chiefs players and Orlando Pirates players, and people were laughing at him. Look now, he managed to collect 3 points in 3 games. He never lost a game. What is your take?
Yeah, no, they've had a very difficult start.
And their next game
is against Sundowns.
Sundowns.
Yeah, so they played South Africa's Big 3 in their opening 4 PSL fixtures. As you said, they are undefeated with 3 draws, and what a come from behind result it was yesterday against Orlando Pirates. I think it was at their home ground as well, so always good to see. You mentioned that the manager, Mamila, said that the players are at the same level of Pirates and Chiefs. Well, I was looking at the lineup yesterday and the team sheet, and 4 players were formerly from Pirates, that being Martin, Molenga, Mosele, and Memela. So that just tells you they are mixing with some of the best players in the land, or at least the country has to offer. I think that with a coach like him, they are looking a lot more resolute than last season, where they were just shipping goals left, right, and centre. No really central striking force. And I think this season it could be theirs. The fans got behind them, they rallied, and it was a stroke of brilliance from the Pirates, Loni, Mosele. But credit to Mamela this far, and it could be a real test against Sundowns. It is, but it could come at the most opportune time for them. And they've got a relatively easy run from now till the end of the year. So it's good to see where they'll be in that December period.
Looking at Mamelodi Sundowns, we know Sundowns, whenever they open their 6 games, 6 wins in a row, the league is like gone. Do you think the PSL now will get to a standard of like a Premier League, where like if you want to challenge a league, you must win every game? Because it seems like Sundowns are going that route now. Yeah,
I believe it's 4 wins in 4 across all competitions for them. The goals are flying left, right, and centre, and with the
but some of those goals were offside though.
Look, I'll leave it to the viewers too. You can let us know your thoughts in the comments.
They were offside. They were confirmed offside. But yeah, then it's Sundowns. They proceed to the next round.
Look, I think for them and for the rest of the country, I expected Pirates to be challenging. Obviously, they've only registered 1 win across their opening 3 PSL fixtures, which isn't good by any standard, especially if you're comparing yourself to the country's best team in Mamelodi Sundowns. But yeah, with the current squad, they've added players. Junior Mendita is there. Libero Costa, who's just taken the league by storm. I think he's got 2 and 2. He was rested against Golden Arrows. They played last night as well, so he could be quite an important player for them. I see Shalulile was also benched, I believe, in their opening PSL fixture, if I'm not mistaken. But he's back. He's opened his account, going and celebrating with Rulani Mukwena after his goal against Arrows. So no love lost between those two over there. And I think the Teboka Mukwena, he's really it's just getting better with age, and I just think that midfield is so strong. It's really difficult. You look at Temba Zwane, he's taken a step back from the limelight, and he's maybe more of a creator in chief for them this season. I know last season he was getting on the score sheet quite regularly, but I've seen him more orchestrate the attack. I think he has scored in the MTN 8, but not yet in
the winning goal.
Yeah,
the offside one. So you talked about Orlando Pirates, that their start is not like impressing. Do you see them going all the way to challenge Sundowns, looking at how they've started and the kind of football that they play so far? Compare them between and Mamelodi Sundowns. Which team do you see Orlando Pirates rather going all the way to challenge Sundowns?
I expected them to be honest, at the beginning of the season.
So you're disappointed with the way?
Currently, 3 games in, 1 league win. I think all Buccaneers fans would agree with me when I say that it's not good enough. They've jetted off to Comoros to focus their attention on CAF Champions League. I believe their first preliminary first round fixture is this weekend. So they will take a break from the PSL, but I'm sure that Riviero is leading the riot act to his players right now. There have been some standout performance. I've been very happy with Lapasa. I think hat-trick in the MTNH. He's scored I think 2 in the PSL. Lodlo 2 goals in 3 PSL games for him. And then you look at Saleng, but Mofokeng, what a player he's turned out to be. Just first season last year, breakthrough player, and this I believe will be his first full season in the PSL, but it's looking like he's been there. He looks so composed, so calm. You've seen him chop some defenders here and there. He looks like the part, and whenever he has the ball, it just looks like something's going to happen. So I'm really excited to see how his career progresses. He's playing in the same position as Lodge. So you're keeping one of Pirates' legends out the lineup. You must be worth your salt.
Okay, let's look at this weekend's game. I believe Kaizer Chiefs will be in action. They won their first match of the season. That was in the MTN 8. They won against Cape Town City. Surely that builds confidence in the squad. How do you see them going into this weekend's fixture? So
they play against TS Galaxy this weekend, and honestly, they need a statement victory. Chiefs, they've secured some really high-profile signings. You look at Doom Dansane, Modi, Potsane from Royal M. Those are first-team players for these respective clubs, and they haven't really gotten the transfers right. If you look at formative windows, just last season, I think Christian Saile from one of the clubs in Africa. There was Caleb Bonsful, Biema. Those are just 2 players that come to mind, but there were others that they signed and it didn't go according to plan. This season they've looked to buy from other PSL clubs, and I'm really excited to see how the season unfolds. I do think that there's going to be some time afforded to Nzeki. I don't think that he'll get the sack anytime soon. I do think he will be at the end of the season. And it was a really, I think he'll be praising Castillo, as will the fans, for his stoppage time win against Cape Town City, which should book their place in the MTN8 semi-finals, because now they are like 180 minutes away from a trophy as compared to a whole season without one. So speaking about the trophy, they're facing Mamelodi Sundowns, which they played not so long ago. How do you see that? I want to get your prediction. On which teams do you think will be playing in the finals? In the finals, I think it's going to be Sundowns versus Pirates. I can't see this Kaizer Chiefs outfit getting the better of Rulani Makwena's Sundowns, which is looking like just clockwork, honestly. They've been playing such total football. I think against Golden Arrows, they were 3-0 up at halftime. Possession stats against Chiefs was absolutely ridiculous. I think Chiefs had 1 shot on target. But don't you think Kaizer Chiefs going into this game, into these semi-finals, they will rectify their mistakes? They have games to build on going into that match. Don't you think they will try and rectify those mistakes that they made against the Sundowns? Because honestly speaking, Chiefs they lost the game due to their mistakes. Well, look, Nseki didn't really have a pre-season to work with the team, so I think he still is sussing out his squad and to find out what his strongest 11 looks like. You've seen Chivaviro play, you've seen him also being benched. There's players that sometimes start and then they are frozen from the squad. Right now, I believe Itu Cunha and Keegan Dolly are the team captain and vice captain, and they are nowhere near the squad. I think Brandon Peterson was the captain for them. He looks like he's going to have a really difficult season. You saw him in the nets in the MTN8. You know, he was absolutely sensational, even against Sundowns themselves. You know, they had chance after chance. I think he had a one-on-one versus Shalulile, and he stayed strong, he stayed big, he commanded the goals over there, and luckily he stopped that, because it could have been a mauling, if I'm being honest. You mentioned they played them not so long ago, but last season I believe Sundowns hit them 4-0.
4-0 in the opening game,
at the home, in front of their fans. You know, absolutely horrific. You know, if you're a Chiefs player on the day, you're just waiting for that final whistle, and I hope it's not going to be anything similar. I want to see Kaizer Chiefs compete against Sundowns. I think it's good for football, and maybe it's like all to play for, you know.
Okay, we'll leave it there, Desh. So you're saying MTN8 final, it's gonna be
Sundowns vs Pirates.
Aye. There you have it from Desh. He's backing Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns to play in the finals of the MTN8. This is it from me, Ayanda Vezi, and Udesh Parthab. Please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel if you haven't. Also follow us on our social media pages. On Twitter, we are SBN_ZA. On Facebook, we are Soccer Betting News. Until next time,
cheers.
We out.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.